Welcome back to Coin Value Pro. Today we're talking about the 1973 D Lincoln cent. Yes, the humble 1-cent coin that might just be worth more than a new luxury car. So, grab your change jar, and let's dive into the exciting world of rare pennies. The Lincoln penny is a staple of American currency. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it quickly became one of the most iconic coins in circulation. But not all pennies are created equal, and that's what we're here to talk about today. Over the decades, millions of pennies have been produced. Most of them are worth, well, just a penny. However, specific mint marks, years, and rare errors can cause the value of certain coins to skyrocket. And one of these years that's catching collectors' attention is 1973, specifically, the 1973 D penny. Before we jump into the potential $75,500 value, let's break down what the D means in 1973 D. The D stands for Denver, the location of one of the U.S. Mint facilities where the coin was produced. Denver pennies typically aren't the rarest, as millions are minted every year. However, the 1973 D Lincoln penny is gaining attention for a very special reason. In 1973, the Denver Mint produced over 3.5 billion pennies. That seems like a lot, right? So how can one of these coins be worth tens of thousands of dollars? That's where rarity and condition come into play. One of the key factors in determining a penny's value is its condition. Coin collectors, or numismatists, use a grading scale to assess the condition of a coin. The most sought-after coins are those that are in mint state, meaning they look almost brand new, with little to no wear or damage. The Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, helps collectors determine the quality of a coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 1973 D penny in poor condition might only be worth a few cents. But a 1973 D penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS65 or higher, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, what makes some 1973 D pennies fetch such high prices? Apart from condition, some coins have rare errors. These errors could be misstrikes, double dies, or even off-center strikes. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because they're unique and rare. The 1973 D penny might not seem special at first glance, but certain coins from this year have been found with unique errors. These errors significantly increase their value. In some cases, collectors have paid thousands of dollars to add these rare pennies to their collections. And now, the moment you've been waiting for: why is there buzz about a 1973 D penny fetching $75,500? At a recent high-profile auction, a 1973 D Lincoln penny graded MS67 Plus by PCGS, one of the highest grades a penny can receive, was sold for a staggering $75,500. The reason? It was in immaculate condition, with perfect mint luster, sharp details, and no visible flaws. This sale shocked the numismatic community and made collectors everywhere start rummaging through their old coin jars and collections, hoping they might have a similar treasure tucked away. Remember, though, it's not just any 1973 D penny that's worth a fortune, it's all about condition, rarity, and errors. So, how can you tell if your 1973 D penny is valuable? Here are a few quick tips. Make sure it has the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Look for signs of wear. If it looks almost brand new, you might have something special. Use a magnifying glass to examine the coin closely. Any doubling of letters or numbers? Is the strike slightly off-center? These could add significant value. If you think your coin is in excellent condition or has errors, consider sending it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can authenticate the coin and assign it a grade, which will help you determine its market value. As of now, the general market value for a typical 1973 D penny ranges from a few cents to around $10 depending on its condition. However, for higher graded coins, particularly those graded MS-65 or above, the price can range between $100 and $2,000. And, as we've seen, some extremely rare pennies in top condition can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. While the $75,500 sale was a rare event, it shows that collectors are willing to pay big money for the finest examples of these coins. The market is always shifting, so who knows what your coin could be worth in the future. So, the next time you come across a 1973 D penny, don't just toss it aside. It could be a valuable treasure in disguise. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, it's always worth checking your pocket change. Who knows, you might just have a $75,500 penny sitting in your wallet right now. We're diving deep into the world of pennies, yes, pennies. But not just any penny. We're talking about a 1976 Lincoln penny with a mint mark that could be worth an astounding $65,500. Can you believe that? A single penny could be worth more than a car, or even a down payment on a house. But what makes this little copper coin so special? Well, stick around because we're about to break it all down, its history, what to look for, and of course, its current market value. First, let's talk a bit about the 1976 Lincoln penny. This isn't just any year, 1976 was a big year in the United States. The country was celebrating its bicentennial, and while most attention was on the special commemorative quarters and dollar coins, the humble penny kept quietly doing its job in circulation. So, what exactly makes a 1976 penny with a mint mark worth so much today? Well, in coin collecting, everything comes down to rarity, errors, and condition. Let's break these down, starting with the mint marks themselves. In 1976, pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, which has no mint mark, Denver, which uses a D mint mark, and San Francisco, which uses an S mint mark. The mint mark can be found right below the date on the front of the penny. But here's where things get interesting: certain pennies minted in 1976 have errors, making them incredibly rare. Coin errors happen during the minting process, and they can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. These errors could be things like a double die, where the design is stamped twice slightly off-center, or a clipped planchet, where part of the penny is missing. These kinds of minting mistakes can turn a regular penny into a rare collector's item. For the 1976 Lincoln penny, a few key errors to look for are: a double die obverse, which means that the front of the coin, where Lincoln's face is, appears stamped twice. You'll notice it most around the date, 1976, and the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Another error is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin was not centered properly during the minting process. These errors are extremely rare, which is why they're so valuable to collectors. The key thing to remember is that not every 1976 penny with a mint mark is going to be worth big money. It's those rare, error coins that drive the value sky high. Now, let's talk condition. Like with any collectible, the better condition your coin is in, the more it's worth. Coin collectors use a grading system to evaluate the condition of a coin, called MS for mint state. The scale goes from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A coin graded MS-65 or higher can fetch a premium price. And that's exactly what has happened with some 1976 pennies. In fact, one penny in mint state 65 recently sold for, are you ready for this, $65,500. Yes, one single penny. So condition really matters. Coins with no scratches, no wear, and a sharp, clean strike are what collectors are after. So, if you find a 1976 penny in perfect mint state condition, you could be sitting on a mini goldmine. Okay, so we've talked about the errors, the mint marks, and the condition. But what's the current market value for these coins? Well, right now, a regular 1976 penny from Denver or San Francisco with no errors might only be worth a few cents to a few dollars, depending on its condition. However, if you have a 1976 penny with a known error, especially one in mint state, it can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s at auction. And the rarest ones, like we mentioned, have sold for as much as $65,500. Asterisk, for example, in a recent auction, a pristine 1976 penny with a double die obverse, graded MS 65, sold for $65,500. And that's not the only one. These high-value coins are out there, and the market for error pennies is growing as collectors look for unique finds. Asterisk, so, how do you find out if you have one of these rare pennies? First, check the date on your penny. 1976 is the magic number. Then, look for the mint mark, especially the D or S below the date. After that, carefully inspect the coin for any errors. You might need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to see the finer details. And if you think you found something special, it's worth getting the coin professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. Asterisk, so, there you have it. That tiny 1976 penny in your jar of change could be worth a whole lot more than 1 cent. It's time to check those coins and see if you've been holding on to a hidden treasure. Remember, even if your penny doesn't have errors, it could still be worth something if it's in great condition. And for all my collectors out there, keep hunting, you never know when you'll find your next big score. Asterisk. We're diving into a hidden gem that might be sitting in your pocket right now, the 2001 Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these pennies have sold for as high as $40,500 in the current market. That's right, a penny. But what makes these special, and how can you tell if you've got one? Stick around, because we're going to cover everything you need to know. Before we jump into why this 2001 penny is so valuable, let's start with a little history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that decision marked a significant shift in American coin design. Since then, the Lincoln cent has become a staple in U.S. currency, changing design slightly but still remaining recognizable. Over the years, various features have been added to the penny, like the wheat ears on the reverse side from 1909 to 1958, and the Lincoln Memorial, which was featured from 1959 until 2008. Since 2010, we now have the Union Shield on the reverse. But we're not here for a typical penny, we're here for that ultra-valuable 2001 mint mark Lincoln penny. So what makes a 2001 Lincoln penny sell for $40,500? There are a few key factors that collectors are looking for, and I'll explain them all. First up, we have errors. Coin errors can happen during the minting process, and these errors are often what make a penny worth a fortune. Here are a few types of errors you should watch for. If the image on the penny is struck off-center, leaving a part of the penny blank, this is a common and valuable error. If any of the design elements on the penny, like the date or letters, appear doubled, you could have a double-die penny, which is a rare find. Now, these types of errors are pretty rare, and that's why when one is found, collectors are willing to pay big money. But here's the kicker, there's one specific mint mark error that makes the 2001 penny stand out. In 2001, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark, 4 proof sets. But what really drives collectors wild is when there's a mint mark mistake. Some 2001 Lincoln pennies feature a mint mark that's either misplaced, doubled, or even missing. A misaligned or doubled D mint mark can make the coin incredibly valuable. Even more rare is the missing mint mark error. Collectors pay top dollar for these coins because the mistake makes them one of a kind. Now, most of these coins aren't going to be in circulation anymore, but there have been cases of people finding them in rolls of pennies from the bank, or even in their pocket change. So, where does this huge number, $$40,500 come from? That's what a rare 2001 Lincoln penny with a combination of errors, in pristine condition, sold for at an auction. This particular penny had a doubled die error, a mint mark mistake, and it was in MS-67 condition, which means it was almost flawless. These factors combined to drive the price sky high. When it was sold at auction, collectors went wild, and the bidding pushed the final sale to over $40,000. Okay, so let's get down to it. How can you figure out if your 2001 penny is worth thousands? The first thing you want to do is check the condition. Grading coins can be tricky, but the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they've never been circulated and have no visible wear, are worth much more than coins that have been in circulation. The top grade is MS-70, but even an MS-65 or MS-67 could fetch a premium price. Then, check for errors like we talked about, look closely at the mint mark, the date, and any other part of the design. If you see any doubling, missing elements, or odd strikes, you could be holding something valuable. As of today, most of these error pennies are selling between $2,000 to $10,000, but rare, high-grade examples like the one I mentioned earlier have reached prices up to $40,500. So, what do you do if you find one of these rare pennies? First, get it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That way, collectors know exactly what condition it's in, and you can get the best price for it. Once you have it graded, you can list it on auction sites like eBay, or sell it through coin auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Remember, you want to sell your coin through a reputable dealer or auction house to make sure you get the best deal possible. Some of these rare pennies can fetch tens of thousands of dollars. So, who's ready to go digging through their spare change? The next time you get pennies back in your change, make sure to give them a good look. You might just have a $40,000 treasure sitting right there. We're diving deep into a tiny coin that could be worth big money. Have you ever found a 1983 Lincoln cent in your pocket change? Well, hold on tight because this seemingly ordinary penny could be worth thousands, yes, I said thousands, of dollars. Today, I'm going to tell you all about the 1983 Lincoln cent, why it's so special, and how one of these pennies recently sold for $55,500. Let's start with the basics. The 1983 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny, was minted after the U.S. Mint made some key changes to the penny's composition in 1982. This change turned out to be very important for collectors, and it's exactly what makes the 1983 penny so valuable. Prior to 1982, pennies were made primarily of copper, with about 95% copper and 5% zinc. But in late 1982, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the penny's composition to mostly zinc, with only a thin copper coating. So, most pennies made from 1983 onward should be copper-coated zinc coins. But here's where things get interesting. A small number of 1983 pennies were accidentally made from copper instead of zinc. These are the rare 1983 copper cents, and they're what everyone is hunting for. The normal zinc-based penny weighs about 2.5 grams, but if you've got a 1983 copper penny, it'll weigh closer to 3.1 grams, just like the pre-1982 copper coins. So, if you have a 1983 penny, the easiest way to tell if it's one of these rare copper coins is to weigh it. If it's 2.5 grams, it's just a regular penny. But if it weighs 3.1 grams, boom, you've hit the jackpot. That penny could be worth a small fortune. In fact, one of these rare copper 1983 pennies recently sold for a whopping $55,500 in a major auction. Yes, a single penny for $55,500. Can you imagine that? All because of this minting mistake and the rarity of the copper penny from that year. You're probably wondering why these pennies are worth so much. Well, it all comes down to supply and demand. Only a few of these copper 1983 pennies were accidentally made, and collectors go crazy for rare coins like this. The combination of rarity and a small error during minting makes it highly sought after. Asterisk. So how can you find out if you have one of these valuable pennies? The first step, as I mentioned, is to weigh it. If it weighs 3.1 grams, you're in business. But you'll also want to check the overall condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. Asterisk. Coins in better condition, meaning fewer scratches, dents, or signs of wear, are worth more. If you have a 1983 copper penny in mint condition or uncirculated condition, you could be looking at the big bucks. But even if it's slightly worn, it can still fetch a high price because of its rarity. Asterisk. Before you rush off to sell your penny, you'll need to get it authenticated by a professional coin grader. Organizations like PCGS or NGC specialize in verifying and grading coins. They'll confirm whether your penny is genuine and provide an official grade, which will affect its final value. Asterisk. But wait, there's more. The 1983 copper penny isn't the only valuable Lincoln cent from that era. There are also other varieties and errors, such as the 1983 double die reverse penny, where the lettering and details on the back of the penny are doubled. These too can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on the condition. Asterisk. See how the letters on the word 1 cent are doubled. That's another type of rare error to look for in 1983 pennies. So, when you're hunting for these coins, keep an eye out for both copper pennies and error coins. Asterisk. So, the next time you're going through your loose change, take a closer look. That 1983 penny sitting in your piggy bank could be worth more than you think. Weigh it, examine it for errors, and if you hit the jackpot, don't forget to have it authenticated. Who knows, you might just be holding a penny worth thousands of dollars. Asterisk. And that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning about the 1983 Lincoln cent and its potential value. If you liked this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins and valuable finds. As always, thank you for watching, and happy penny hunting. Asterisk.